Doctoring photographs has been around almost as long as photography itself, but as digital imaging's hardware and software has both advanced and come down in price, the practice of digital image manipulation has become much more commonplace, and faked photos are becoming harder to detect. In fact, digital photo manipulation, commonly referred to as photoshopping, has recently become a popular pastime, and many consider this photographic fakery to be a new art form. But when it works its way into photojournalism and the media, the issue of ethics comes to the forefront. How far can we take digital image manipulation and still maintain photographic integrity? Here are some examples. In the summer of 1994, O.J. Simpson was arrested for the murder of his ex-wife Nicole Smith and her friend. News publications were plastering his mugshot everywhere as it was turning out to be the trial of the century. Notably, Time magazine published an edition featuring an altered mugshot, as we see on the right, removing the photograph's color saturation, which some accused of making Simpson's skin darker, burning the corners, and reducing the size of the prisoner ID number as well. This appeared on newsstands right next to an unaltered picture by Newsweek. Second, we see a picture of Stalin, which he routinely airbrushed his enemies out of photographs. In this photograph, a commissar, Nikolai Ivanovich Yezhov, was removed from the original photograph after falling out of favor with Stalin. Finally, hoping to illustrate its diverse enrollment, the University of Wisconsin at Madison doctored a photograph on a brochure cover by digitally inserting a black student in a crowd of white football fans. The original photograph of white fans was taken in 1993. The additional black student, senior Dayalo Shabazz, was taken in 1994. University officials said that they spent the summer looking for pictures that would show the school's diversity, but had no luck. Photo manipulation is an ever-evolving collaboration between photography and graphic design. It creatively combines and modifies elements of a photo to produce a unique image that is convincing to a viewer. Combining certain elements to create a unique image that can convince even the most experienced set of eyes requires a very creative set of skills. The manipulation of a photo can sometimes give a realistic view of an unreal picture. The entire manipulation process is subjective. After they are shot, many photos turn out to need small corrections, adjustments, or modifications. For instance, as the result of such factors as technical characteristics of the camera, or the weather, or available lighting, may need perfecting or enhancing once shot. Photo manipulations are a great source for inspiration, generally because designers and photographers are able to express their creativity through various aspects of design. Patrick Demarchelier is a great example of a photographer that is taking the art of photo editing or photo manipulation to enhance photos. In fact, he is also sought out by other photographers to do specialized work in the same way. He uses photo manipulation as a way of editing a photograph in case there were problems in the scenery or lighting at a certain location. He also has been known to help use editing to enhance a person's appearance, but not to the degree of disfiguration. Since photo manipulation began, it is sometimes hard to believe anything that one may see with today's technology. Literally, anything can be done with an image. When photography was first invented, its overwhelming power came from the fact that it recorded nature more realistically than any other art form had ever done before. Because of this, people trusted it and believed it portrayed reality and truth. But just as storytelling could portray the truth with an accurate accounting of the facts, it could just as easily become fiction. Fake and manipulated photographs, visual fiction, began circulating not long after the invention of photography. With the invention of motion pictures, and certainly television, the public came to know that not every picture they saw was necessarily factual in its depiction of reality. Many people think that the manipulation of images started with the invention of Photoshop, but there have been many fake photographs that have circulated since the invention of photography. The D'Aquila family photograph by A. Warner and Sons is just one example of how photographic composites of different images were created by commercial photographic studios to bring family members together into one picture when they were not together in reality for the portrait session. Notice that the three people on the left in the image appear to be floating in mid-air in this photographic portrait of the D'Aquila family from the early 20th century by A. Warner and Sons. A re-photographed composite image was created by using different images and layering them on top of the photo of the woman on the right. When photos are corrected, manipulated, and enhanced in Photoshop, there should be a question of both ethic and aesthetic asked. Ethics are a set of rules that were invented that define what we think is good and bad. The dictionary says ethics are a set of moral principles or values, and that ethics means conforming to accepted professional standards of conduct. Aesthetics, on the other hand, deal with the nature of beauty, art, and taste, and things that are pleasing in appearance. With digital processing, there is almost no limit to what can be done to an image, and many things are done to images with the best intentions. The question is, when does the pursuit of aesthetics violate ethics? How much is too much? How far is too far? It depends on what is trying to be done. What most people get justifiably upset at is when someone intentionally lies and presents something as truthful when it is not. Because of the ease in the manipulating digital images with Photoshop, some people question whether images are real and wondering if they can believe anything they see anymore. It only becomes a problem and a question of ethics when the artist or photographer lies about his motivation, methods, and conclusions, and presents images with the purpose of intentionally deceiving. Unfortunately, in today's society, more and more images are seen daily of models, actors, and actresses being photoshopped. As a face of the media culture, celebrities play a key role in setting society's standards of attractiveness. Media producers often use special lighting, makeup, camera tricks, and Photoshop to try to make celebrities look as perfect as possible. They do such a good job that noticing what they've done to achieve this flawless look may not be noticed. Whether it to be sell a brand, portray an image, or keep a standard, many of today's youth look up to and allow the images they see in a magazine to influence them. As a result, these messages being sent through ads in magazines can indirectly affect the body image and self-esteem, and in some cases lead to unhealthy eating and exercise behaviors, even eating disorders of their audience. Because of this, the question is being raised, should there be a standard for photo manipulation, or how far is really too far?